Warning. This video uses a mix of AI and RS, or real and stupid video content. I mean, really stupid. Viewer discretion is advised. If you don't like never-ending blather about unfamiliar and tasteless vinyl records, leave this video now.
This is the new BarakaPDub record player, and it can do everything your old record player could do, but better.
Don't you know there is more to life than collecting records?
Don't you hate it how YouTubers will generically say, let's get into it? So let's get into it. First of all, don't sub me, don't bother, I'm not worth your time. There's many other YouTube channels you can watch. I'm not after subscribers. And I'm thankful you even clicked this video to watch my rambling. This first question, I didn't like because there's some things I just don't care to show, but I'm gonna answer this one honestly. So, best acquisition is by far this guy here. And you're probably wondering, what the heck is this guy? It's just a white cover. Well, this is Led Zeppelin 2 Classic Records, 45 RPM on Clarity vinyl. There were only 20 of these guys made. They were all test pressings. Yeah. Favorite live musical experience? Well, personally, I couldn't attend too many live events last year because of my cancer diagnosis. I did see one concert though, and I don't know if I should be ashamed, but I took my daughter to see Katy Perry. But pre-cancer diagnosis, I scored tickets to a couple of French acts that were actually coming to Houston because no one comes to Houston. And thankfully my wife recorded video of it, so I really wanted to see La Imperatrice, the Empress as it's in French. It looked like a wonderful show with a wonderful cumbia band, Gio Chabra. Here's some clips. Vinyl collection, bigger or smaller? Actually, about the same size. I'm at the point where I can't really add that much more, so I have actually gone through 2 purges now. I'm going to go through purges again, really whittle it down to what I really want to keep. But yeah. I can't go much bigger than this, and I got another room just filled with records and CDs. I can't acquire more without having to purge. I really like this question because I love cranking it up, but I don't like annoying the people around me. I have enough respect that I do not want to disturb them, and I hope they'll have enough respect to disturb me. It's like in the United States, there's this thing where people put in these big booming systems, and you can hear them like from half a kilometer away, and you get close to them, and it's like they're playing crap. I can't even enjoy what they're playing. So why? Same thing with my home. If I moved into a new home, though, I would invite the neighbors in, and the song that I felt most appropriate would be from this album by Goat, the Swedish psych band. This is their album Commune, which I think is their best and finest work to date. And the track I would play is The Gathering of the Ancient Tribes. I like how, very much like Pink Floyd, Dark Side of the Moon, begins and ends with a heartbeat. This one begins and ends with this wonderful, I'd say, Tibetan-style bell. And it's a rocker. It's one that I would crank up to 11. Favorite female singer for me by far is Lisa Gerrard from the band Dead Can Dance. I love her voice. I mean, she's been featured in soundtracks. I think the song The Host of the Seraphim from I think this is the Serpent's Egg. This one does evoke an emotional response for me, but I'm going to save the emotional response for another question. But this is the track where I first truly heard her, and this is the one that I frequently go to if I want to hear her voice. Her vocals on all their albums are just fantastic. This is just one of the highlights. The responses to this question have been fascinating because people misinterpret songwriter with singer, and I've seen a number of people feature this guy here, Bob Dylan, and I'm sorry, if you're going to this guy vocally, I mean, if you hold it like this, if you're going to this guy vocally, something's wrong with you. Seriously, who picks Bob? Great songwriter, not singer. End of story. Now, the question was very specific on an album, and I gotta tell you, I wanted to answer with Faron North. Remember when he knocked the Beatles off the charts? And I want these two songs to end up on a record store day single because I love them. But
Judy, you were meant to be only with me. Judy, you were born in moonlight. Judy, you were meant to be only with me. Judy, you were born in moonlight. Judy, you were meant to be only with me.
the question was an album, and all right, I'm going with Placido Domingo, Spanish tenor. Fun here, absolutely. Everybody knows that I like dance, electronic music. I do like some soul, so what if we blended the two together? How about a Bay Area band? One that Nazi doesn't feature. one that was in We Are the World, but maybe they were not identified vocally enough to really make the cut of the video, and that is the Pointer Sisters with their album Breakout. Yeah, I mean, this has the Neutron Dance. I mean, I love the Pointer Sisters. I have 3 of their records. They're great. Next up is a kind of an underground gem. Most people will not know them, and I have to go with CJ and Company with The Devil's Gun. Lastly, one of my all-time favorites is Breakwater. Check out those moon boots and the token white guy. You can't go wrong with Release the Beast. I just love that track. I play it non-stop.
Just play like in your chair, like you're not even here.
I love Led Zeppelin. Now, I don't have a favorite band, but one of the bands that in my college days that I just was obsessed with, and I still love them to this day, is Led Zeppelin. I like all their albums. All their tracks are great for the most part, but I would say the grunge from Houses of the Holy does get skipped when I play this record. To me, it's almost like a novelty song, and don't get me wrong, I mean, Zeppelin and novelty is great, but the grunge is their take on James Brown, because the drummer, John Bonham, loves soul music and James Brown, so they did the grunge. Now, a bad Zeppelin track is better than a lot of bands put out today. It has just never been one of my go-to tracks from any of their records. I mentioned I don't have a favorite band, and with this one, I know like 60s people are featuring the Beatles. I wanted to take a little bit of a different take because there's so many great records from every single decade, and I probably could have went back to the 50s and even to the 40s in a couple of spots. But the question started out in the 60s, and I want to show artists that, you know, don't get frequented. And for this first one, I have to go with Moondog. The story behind this gentleman is very fascinating. He put out a couple of good records on Prestige. This is his one on Columbia. And blind guy wrote some incredible compositions. This is kind of like a blend of jazz and classical. But I love the song Bird's Lament. For the 70s, I want to go with a little bit of reggae, and no, not Bob Marley. I think there's a lot of Bob Marley overkill, but there's a lot of unrecognized reggae artists. And for the 70s, I have to go with Marcia Griffiths with her album Play Me.
See me going down on my knees, them young ones racing their mother to greet, nothing to stop them from reaching me. Now,
Crossing into the 80s. I don't show a lot of hip hop, but in the 80s, I love hip hop. And sorry for the misogynistic cover, because that was pretty popular for rap albums in that day and even going into the 90s, but one of my favorites is Big Daddy Kane. With his album, It's a Daddy Thing. And the track I really, really love is The Wrath of Cain.
Can I see the peace sign up in the air? You know what this is? The Wrath of Cain. Taking over your country, destroying negativity and suckers that come with the weak, the whack, the worst, the poor. I thrash, crash, man, and 10 more. Blow up the scenery, I reign supremacy. You need a savior, so lean on me. I pray.
For the 90s, I wanted to go into another genre, kind of folk, world music. I don't see her featured all that much in the vein of a Dead Can Dance, if you like that band. And that is Lorena McKennitt with her album, The Book of Secrets. The track that was really big off this one was The Mummer's Dance.
Ooh, I go down to the shady groves and summon the shadows there, and tie a ribbon on those children's arms in the springtime of the year. The songs of the birds.
For the 2000s, I have to go with the French group Rouge Rouge, and this is the only album that they ever issued. This is house, electronic, French chic. I really enjoy it. I wish they would have done more music. For the 2010s, if I haven't lost you this far, you're still with me. Because I bet a lot of people have either unsubbed or just clicked to something different by this point. This one's going to do it to you. It is The Soft Hair. I love this record. I know it looks a little bit odd, but I dig the music.
And what you like, you never ever change and say bye.
Turn back now. You're only crying just because there's no return now. When love is lying.
This question has been fascinating to watch the responses. I'm afraid my response to this is going to be a little bit of a letdown. I personally have no interest in meeting celebrities. I really like my relationships to be two ways. I don't want to be a load on somebody. I don't want to be an inconvenience to them or their time. I don't want to feel like anyone's job. So for this one, I have no interest, but I will say I'm a friend with Michael Muller, who is a musician here, and he does feature videos on his channel, Noted and Archived. We have collaborated a couple times. He is such a wonderful gentleman. I would say I would spend the day with him, and I hope I get to spend the day with him in reality. The question that I would ask him, he just went on a tour in Japan. I just want to know if he hit any jazz kisses. A song that brings a tear to my eye comes from a movie soundtrack. The movie soundtrack is Loving Vincent. This is Clint Mansell. Unfortunately, the song that is sung is not on this vinyl record, and it's a crime that it wasn't included. I hope that someday it'll get a vinyl release. It is on the CD, though. That is a rendition of Vincent by Don McLean. And I think it is far better than the original. The original is great, but the version that should be on this vinyl record does provoke an emotional response from me, and I just would prefer to listen to that edition coming from this movie. Given the subject matter, it really hits home.
Starry, starry night. Paint your palette blue and gray. Look out on a summer's day.
All right, I've been loving this question just to see how people respond. There are people that are saying, I don't hate it. Hate is such a strong word. Really? I mean, there's some stuff that I really, really detest. Seriously detest. I'm sorry. That's just the way I am. I'm not going to sugarcoat it at all. Just like a lot of people, if I don't like it, I don't keep it around. But there is one, maybe two. Let me answer here. So I did keep this around. This is the genesis of free jazz. So every year I go through this ritual where I listen to this record to see if it will click with me. It never does. And to this day, I do not like free jazz. John Coltrane, for example, the latter part of his career, I can't listen to it. It's crap to me. Sorry. I know there are some people that are like, oh no, oh, I like it. Okay, it's for you. All right. I would say another one is, well, before we get into it, I got to say the second gear in my car has been taken out. So if it's kind of slow, kind of poppy, laid back, it is not in my wheelhouse. I go from first to third, if we're talking manual cars. And the band that I have tried, and I actually have a CD of theirs still, because I haven't purchased any CDs, and that is Wilco. I have Yankee Hotel Foxtrot. I would say there's a lot of bands with similar style, kind of Americana. And they're fine musicians, I'm sure. They don't click with me. And no offense, because there's a bunch of people that just absolutely love them. That's fine. It just does not, that style of music just does not work for me. And then emo. I don't see anyone showing emo, and I can't. Yeah, I detest emo. I'd rather get my ears drilled out than listen to an emo song like Fall Out Boy or Hooba Stank. Ugh. Here's another one that I've been enjoying seeing the responses. And for my response, the artist I'm going to show actually has a YouTube channel where he interviews other musicians, but he is egotistical SOB, and every interview that I've seen that he has done, he kind of takes it over and ends up talking about himself. I like his music. I like from the 90s and the early 2000s, and that is Billy Corgan from the Smashing Pumpkins. Great musician, fine songwriter. He just comes across as an ass to me. This one is going to come across as a little bit of a replay. I hate showing artists that I've shown before, but in all honesty, there's a story behind this album. This is the record that got me to purchase a turntable, and this is Dead Can Dance's live concert from Chicago in 2005. I purchased this when it was released in 2005, and it sat in my closet up until 2010. And in 2010, I'm like, well, hey, why not get back into vinyl? And this record was one of the reasons I got back into it. Again, I'm a big fan of this band. And this is probably the one that I would keep because it symbolizes all of this. And I wouldn't have all of this if it wasn't for this. For 2025, I got a couple moments. So on Instagram, I was pretty open. about my cancer diagnosis. I don't wish anyone to go through what I went through, and for 2 months not knowing my state. I'll just leave it at that. Hats off to John at the Digital Gramophone, who is going through a similar case, but even worse than mine. To some degree, my hat and heart goes out to him and his family. I just like the outpouring of people, sending me messages. So that was one of the key things for 2025 for me. The real heartfelt connections that I have with fellow record collectors. I would say the other thing is just hooking up with Jen and Tobias and Tim. I know I don't make videos that often anymore for a couple of reasons, which I won't bore you with. But yeah, those are probably my two big things that have happened to me in 2025 that I'd like to know. I have to go with Amadeus, the film by Milos Forman. This is a film that just could not be made today, shot in the Czech Republic in Prague. I really like the character Salieri. I just thought the film was really well written. And who knows if it was historically accurate. I mean, what we do know of Wolfgang Amadeus Mozart fit his character. And I thought Tom Hulce did a wonderful job playing him. So this is my pick. Three reasons why jazz matters. Well, it doesn't, does it? I mean, I got a lot of people that just turn off my channel when I start talking about jazz. I like jazz. But I think those people haven't found the appropriate entry point. And for me, it was hearing Art Blakey's Moanin' for the first time. But I think if you're a rock person, you need to start slow. And I'd say there's a variety of comps out there that are jazz renditions of rock tunes. And this is Jazz Sexiest Ladies. They do Nirvana. They do other 80s and 90s pop covers, all with jazz arrangements. Wonderful listen.
Black hole sun, won't you come and wash away the rain? Black hole sun, won't you come?
Second reason, the 80s wouldn't have been as sexy as they were if it wasn't for jazz. This is the Rolling Stones with Tattoo You, and the jazz saxophonist Sonny Rollins does sax solos on a couple of tracks here. So there's that. And when I talk entry points, I know from a rock background, a lot of people may not like horns. I don't like trumpet. I don't like saxophone. I get it. Well, find yourself a jazz album that does not have sax. I mean, you can find those. Yeah, I mean, jazz has as many genres as rock does. And one of the ones I recommend for rock guys is Idle Moments by Grant Green. This is a bluesy gem. And so if you like the blues, try this. I got to be honest with this one. If I'm on death row, my mind is going to be fixated on my end moment. Are you really going to be able to turn yourself off enough to really enjoy the music? Seriously? I know I wouldn't. I would be fixated on it. But let's just say hypothetically I could switch myself off. I would probably go with some Beethoven. I will take anything by Beethoven, honestly. It would probably be my last request. This one I struggled with because I'm not a tastemaker. I'm all over the map. I show a jazz album, it'll turn off rock guys. There's some people that like the jazz and ambient and other things that I show. I mean, I've shown metal. I'm gonna. There's just so much great music out there. I'm not a tastemaker. I'm not an influencer. I don't even want to be one. But I'm gonna go with April Stevens with this one. There's so much great music from the 50s and even the 40s that just totally gets overlooked. I love torch singers, and I love April Stevens. She did this wonderful song. The title of this record, Teach Me Tiger.
Hi, tiger. Teach me, tiger, how to kiss you. Wow, 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 wow. Show me, tiger.
Thankful that I have interacted with the people that I have had a chance. I would say off the top of my head, Jen and Tobias, obviously, because we're collaborating right now. But yeah, and I would say even some of the legacy people that have been making videos even before me. Like I've been doing this for 10 years now. Like I started with Corey. Corey is someone that I was hoping to meet this year, but unfortunately, with my circumstances, we couldn't make it happen. I am hoping we can do that in the future. But anyways, thank you for making this far. I'm honored that you watched me and wanted to see my blather. I'm just amazed that people want to watch me, honestly. So thank you. Yeah, go watch another Vinyl Tag video and subscribe to that person.
Why did you waste your time with this BarakaPDub?
The only thing I would tag is women, not records. And back in my day, we would listen to music, not talk about it.